Hola, muy buenos días a todos. So, as my trip to Spain is coming to an end, I have 15 pieces of advice I would like to give you for your Spain trip. So, number one, learn the language, or at the very least, download our useful phrase list, which is in the channel description. Number two, figure out how much money you will need so you can keep your ATM visits to a minimum. Using a card in an ATM machine is always risky because it may just take your card and not give it back. I have seen this happen to a guy, and fortunately the bank was open and they gave it back to him, but it can happen. So be ready. And besides, ATMs cost a lot of money, so it's like €7 every time you try to withdraw money. Number three, practice eating by the Spanish eating schedule. So in the mornings, you would just have basically coffee when you get up. Then breakfast is about at 11:30. Lunch is between 2 and 3. And in the afternoon, you just kind of have snacks. So it takes some getting used to. I remember my first Spain trip to Palencia, it about brought me to tears because every time I was hungry, they didn't serve food. So it's really annoying if you're not used to it. So try to practice that a little bit. Number four, try to visit some of the less traveled areas. Try to stay away from Barcelona, maybe. It's not that good. Number five, try to blend in rather than announcing to everyone you're a tourist. So that means don't carry your cell phone around. Just put it up. Don't carry it in your hand. Don't wear college shirts. Don't wear flashy sneakers. Things like that. And don't speak really loudly so they hear you speak in English. That would give it away immediately. Number six, try to learn about the culture by speaking to some of the local people rather than just running from cathedral to cathedral or yet another historical building. Okay, try to have some conversations with real people and you'll learn a lot. Number seven is slow down and smell the roses. And I mean literally smell the roses, okay? Smell the roses. It's so fun. It's so nice to look at flowers in Spain. Number eight, practice walking ahead of your trip. You'll be doing a lot of it. This is not like in America where you hop in your car and snap, and you walk 10 feet and you are where you're supposed to go. No, you'll be walking a lot. Number nine, you will ride the trains. So make sure that if you're 60 or above, you get a tarjeta dorada. It's called a tarjeta dorada. And you're eligible for one at age 60 or above. So this only costs like €6, and it will give you very good discounts. Number 10, remember to be polite. You are a guest in their country, but there's no need to say por favor continuously. They don't say por favor all the time. No. I mean, you can say por favor if you really, really need a favor, but you don't say it every time you want anything, okay? Also, there's no excessive tipping, okay? So don't even think about it. Just leave €1 or less for the tip. 11, remember that when you go to a bar or a restaurant, you will not be able to get free faucet water. I mean, why on earth would you want to order that anyway? But it will be in a bottle and it will cost €1 or up to €2 maybe. If you want free water, they do have the water fountains, and they're pretty much everywhere, and you're free to use them, of course. But yeah, get ready to pay for water, so don't let that ruin your trip. Number 12, you will hear the Spaniards scream and cuss up a storm, but as a tourist, I recommend you don't do that and you keep your voice down and you don't cuss too much. It's probably a bad idea. Number 13, learn. So I was a Spanish teacher for 30 years, but every time I go somewhere, I pick up new words and new expressions in Spain. So write them down. This helps you remember them. Number 14, this sounds a little gross, but take Imodium with you, because without a doubt, you're going to eat something that will not sit well with you. So rather than getting dehydrated and ending up in the emergency room, okay, just take the Imodium with you. And if you have a problem with your stomach, just take some. And finally, number 15, check the extended weather forecast before you leave. So I was totally surprised actually that Spain was cool. So whereas in my hometown in Tennessee, everybody is sweltering and they've had temperatures of 90 to 100 for the last 10 days or maybe longer, it's been pleasantly cool here, like in the low 80s, upper 70s. And yeah, it's been absolutely gorgeous. But in the mornings, it is cold because their lows at night are in the 50s. So in the mornings, a lot of times you will need a light jacket or a sweater. Okay, not a sweater with a University of Tennessee logo on it or something of that nature, okay? Just a plain sweater, plain jacket. Okay, here are my 15 pieces of advice for you for your next Spain trip. Hasta luego, and have an awesome trip.